Want to know the latest in the London property market and how 2020 is going to shake out? Well, then make sure you check out this latest video. Hi everyone, I'm Arinzeh with Onyx Property Consultants and Keller Williams. I am a London-based property agent and I love helping my clients with all of their real estate needs. On my YouTube channel, I put out weekly videos about the London property market and living in this fabulous city. So if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do so and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single video. Over the last several years, I've worked with a lot of buyers and sellers to help them achieve their real estate goals. Whether it's a buyer or seller, information is so important and critical, especially the latest information. And now more than ever, it is so important to get the latest information because in this era of coronavirus, data is changing all the time and buyers and sellers really need to know the latest. So in today's video, we will review the current London property market as the UK government has recently given the green light to estate agents to open up operations again, and this is after 7 weeks of lockdown. But this definitely does not mean that this is going to be business as usual. For me and the rest of my Keller Williams colleagues, it means putting safety first and making sure that buyers and sellers feel safe when entering a home. First, let me give a quick market snapshot before we dive into the differences or changes you might experience if you're a buyer or seller now in this current era. First off, conventional price indexes have become virtually meaningless as the property market was so abruptly shut off back in March. The Office of National Statistics has even suspended its UK price index from April until further notice, so we don't have that traditional benchmark of data that we normally would. Rightmove, which is a major property portal for listings, showed that the average price of properties coming onto the market in April dipped by 0.2% to £311,950,000. By contrast, in April of last year, UK house prices had increased by 2.1%. While it might be a buyer's market for some time, here in London we continue to have a unique dynamic where sellers actually don't have to sell. So there will continue to be a gap between asking prices, offers that are reduced from that asking price on the part of buyers, and then the possible acceptance or rejection by sellers. Many sellers might reject an offer deemed too low and opt to continue to market that property or remove it from the market altogether. There's a wide range of estimates as to the level of the property price declines to be expected. While the Center for Economics and Business Research predicts that 2020 prices will be down by as much as 13% as a lack of transactions, high uncertainty, and falling incomes take their toll. A third of Valuations surveyors are predicting that prices may only drop by 4% or even less. Areas with more resilient job markets will likely have their property prices hold up better than other comparable areas. Looking towards the rest of the year, we'll likely have low inventory levels as fewer new builds are delivered, and it's estimated that up to 500,000 transactions will have been lost due to COVID-19. As interest rates continue to stay low with the Bank of England base rate at just 0.1%, this may mean that while there will be fewer buyers due to unemployment concerns, there might be fewer properties actually flooding the market, so there may not be as dramatic a price reduction. Some interesting dynamics that may come into play for buyers is that people might seek to move further out and get more space for the money as working from home becomes more acceptable and standard. There might be greater demand for outdoor space in the forms of gardens as balconies, as many people have spent the last several months being cooped up and recognizing what are those critical criteria in a home search that they have to have. Buyer confidence in the employment market will definitely also be a critical factor because if people don't feel safe or secure in their job, they're probably not going to want to take on a lot of new debt. So have you been thinking about buying or selling this year? Make sure to drop me a note in the comments section and let me know your thoughts about the market. For those buyers that are going to be out there looking, they should definitely expect more restrictions on accessing properties. From my side, we'll be having 3D walkthroughs or virtual floor plans on all of our properties, and this 3D dollhouse shows the experience is pretty cool. You get to go room by room, navigate as you want, turn it on its side, but I think it gives you a really great initial experience of what that home looks like as it stands. I'll continue to work from home unless I'm doing viewings, so my interaction with others will be quite minimal. And our steps for conducting viewings will be: 1. To pre-qualify buyers or tenants. Video walkthrough with buyers or tenants to preview properties virtually first. Ahead of booking an in-person viewing, prospective buyers and tenants will have to sign a questionnaire about health and acknowledge the rules of the viewing. 4. At the property visit, vendors and occupiers will be asked to leave the premises and to leave all lights on, open all internal doors and necessary cupboards, open windows for ventilation. I personally or a team colleague will attend all viewings and go in first to make sure everything is ready before allowing any prospective buyers or tenants. In addition, the prospective buyers and tenants will be asked to remove their shoes, to wear masks and gloves, and a maximum of 2 people in the property with no children permitted. Also, we'll request that no touching will occur. At conclusion, they'll be allowed to wash their hands or use a hand sanitizer, and I will close up directly behind them. For market valuations, we will be doing video consultations first with our sellers or landlords. If we need to visit the property, we ask that a minimum of 2-meter space is respected and social distancing is in place throughout the conversation, and actually to minimize conversation face-to-face while we're on the property. I'll of course be in PPE and ask that vendors or landlords also be adequately covered and protected. Beyond estate agents, the Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors is working on guidance for members, and the British Association of Movers has also provided key guidance to its members about safety and what they will and no longer be able to do. For example, personal things they'll be able to pack, as well as putting furniture or pieces back together. So I hope you found this video helpful in getting a better sense of the current London property market, especially if you're thinking about buying or selling. The changes are definitely in place for your safety, so I hope the inconvenience is outweighed by the fact that we're trying to keep everyone safe. There are lots of changes happening, but the property market is still critical, and we can assist with anyone looking to buy and sell. If you did like this video, please make sure to hit that thumbs up bell, let YouTube know you like the content, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Make sure to check out the rest of my other videos on my YouTube channel as we put out regular content about the London property market and living in this fabulous city. So that's Arinzeh with Onyx Property Consultants and Keller Williams. Bye for now.